Guys, I'm going to be reading to you The Unbeliever and the Skull. A man who was an unbeliever was passing once by a cemetery, and he saw a skull, and he kicked it and said, "Tonight you will come to eat at my house." And then he went home. At midnight that night there is a knocking at his door, and his servant goes out to see who is knocking, and he comes back and says to his master, "Oh, sir, there is someone from the other world, a skeleton, nothing but bones." And the man remembered, and he says, "Tell him to come in." And he comes in and says to him, "Well, sir, you invited me yesterday, and I have come." And he stayed there having dinner with him, and then he says, "Tomorrow you will come to eat at my house. You will already know where it is. Yesterday you passed by there." Then he said goodbye. And the next day the man confessed, and he told the priest, "The night before last I went to the cemetery, and I saw a skull, and I gave it a kick, and I invited it to have dinner with me, and last night it was at my house to eat with me, and it has invited me to eat tonight at its house, which is in the cemetery, and I don't want to go alone." And then the priest gave him a cross and some relics, and said to him, "Put on this cross and those relics and go. And when you get to the place where the cemetery is, say, 'Hail, purest Mary,' 3 times, and the gates of the cemetery will open, and there you will see the dinner. Pretend that you are eating, but don't eat anything." And the man left, and he went up to the gate of the cemetery and said 3 times, "Hail, purest Mary." And immediately the gates of the cemetery opened, and a voice said to him, "Come in." And he answered, I can't. And then the skeleton itself came out and said to him, "God be with you." And showing him the knife, he said to him, "If it weren't for that cross and those relics, you would have met your end here. Do you believe in God and the Virgin?" And the man answered, "Yes." "Well, go on your way," the skeleton answered him. And the man left and became a hermit in a cave, and lived on herbs there for many years. And one day the bells were ringing in a town, and the people asked, "What is that? What is it?" And they went to see, and found the old man dead in the cave, and they found that he had died as a saint, and there was a light all around in the cave. And that is an old folk tale from Spain, from Seville. I'll post more about it in the comments section.